Miss your sexy pants with your sexy, sexy pants. I'll stop looking at his pants now. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Espoir du Vide, and today I'm going to be playing Yandere Love Chains of Fate again. Or we're going to go and see Damien again, because I, in my foolishness, forgot to see what would happen if we didn't put on the necklace. If you'll recall, in the last playthrough, a mysterious admirer gave us a necklace, and, silly person that I am, I just put it on, and then I couldn't get it off, and then I got kidnapped in a nightclub. But I've heard something slightly different happens if you don't put it on, so let's do everything in our best efforts to not get the storm that is approaching here, let's just not do what he wants. We're our own woman. We're a strong, independent woman. We don't need a super sexy, super wealthy man to kidnap us and put us in a limo. What's your name, darling? I am Espoir. It means hope in French. I'm a waitress here at Norman's Diner. I only work part-time so that I can make ends meet while I go to school. I see him every week on Sunday mornings like clockwork. He comes in at 11 o'clock sharp, sits at the same table every time, although I don't know how he manages that, and orders the same thing. Yeah, that is pretty suspicious how he's able to sit at the same table every single week. My theory is that, he's got the whole town under his finger or something, or that he's controlling a lot more than it seems.
But hey, that's just a theory.
Maybe he owns that club that we go to at the end and, I don't know, has something arranged. I know his order by heart now. The breakfast special with eggs over easy, 4 pieces of crispy bacon, 2 sausage links, hash browns, and 2 slices of Texas toast. Now, I do want to get his order right this time just to see what happens, but I don't know. That much I'll do, because I want to see what happens if you get it right. The man himself isn't necessarily weird. He's polite enough, doesn't make much small talk, and isn't interested in friendly conversation, though he does tip well. It's the staring. Despite a relaxed demeanor, his eyes are always moving, following, appraising, judging. Sir. Me. Like he's attuned to my presence. I can feel him watching me for the entire time that I'm within his line of sight. He's never said anything to me, never asked for my phone number, or been inappropriate, but, well, it makes me a little uncomfortable. Even though he's handsome, how could it not? I get my table settled with their food, and finally, it's time. I have to go take my stalker's orders, even though I already know it. I approach him, putting on my best customer service smile. Hi, welcome back. Will it be your usual today? Not today. I can't help but raise my eyebrows. In all the time he's come here, he's never ordered anything different. Still, other than that, I don't show my surprise. Really? Ready to try something new? I am. See, he said he is ready to try something new, so I thought maybe he would like a little sweetie treaty, but fine, I guess. If you won't eat it, I'll eat it. There's an odd pause as I wait for him to continue, but he doesn't, so I break the silence first. So, what can I get you? The man's expression softens suddenly. I've never seen him look anything but serious and cold, so it startles me. I forgot how handsome he is. Whew. What would you recommend? That takes me by surprise. I'm caught on my back foot. Already this conversation is longer than any I've ever had with him before. Well, we have a lot of good food. What are you in the mood for? To my bafflement, he doesn't make my job any easier. Whatever you think is best. I quickly review my limited knowledge of him to figure out something he might like. It's my job to make sure he enjoys his meal, and I feel oddly determined to make the right choice. What would he like the most? So last time, I chose something sweet, because he said he was in the mood for something new, and this guy looks like a guy who could use some strawberry cheesecake, but no, my sweets aren't good enough for you. Something savory, it's what he always gets, so he must like it. I figured that would be the thing that makes him mad, but oh well. How about an omelet? The special is one of my favorites. The man nods, looking like he approves. I'll have that then. I feel like I've passed the test and come out on the other side victorious. I can't help but grin happily. I'll be right back with that. You have delightful taste. Thank you. Still mad that he didn't like my sweets choice last time, but, whatever. It's fine. I'm surprised by how sincere and warm he sounds, despite his cold expression. It makes my cheeks heat, and I can only shake my head in embarrassment. Thank you, but it wasn't all that much. No, don't deny it. You are a hard worker, and you do your best to cater to them. The man looks around the loud, messy diner with a very telling expression. Various clientele of this establishment. Hey, them's my customers. I can't help but frown at his elitist statement and want to speak up in the defense of my family-friendly diner, but he doesn't let me. My name is Damien, by the way. He stands and holds out his hand to shake. It's just one surprise after another today, isn't it? I give him my hand. Nice to meet you. My name is Espoir. Then, instead of shaking it, he brings my hand up to his mouth and brushes his lips over my knuckles. Ooh, a lovely name for a lovely young woman.
That's what you think.
Now I'm really blushing. He's a charmer, that's for sure. I can't help but remember how he's been essentially stalking me at my place of work for the past several months. Why speak up now? He never has before. Fortunately, the rest of my shift goes well, and time seems to fly by. I'm excited to get home, get off my feet, and relax with some TV. Oh, that sounds lovely. The gift. All right. We are not going to just put this thing round our necks like a silly billy. We're going to be cautious, which is probably what you should do in such a situation. It's such a relief to finally be getting home. Today was a long day. Lying up against my door are a bouquet of flowers and a package. I haven't ordered anything, and today isn't a special occasion, so I have no idea what's in the box or who the flowers are from. Even though it looks like someone just got me something really nice for no reason, I can't help but hesitate to bring it inside. Not thinking too much about it, I pick up the flowers and package and take them inside with me. I put the flowers, they're my favorite kind, which is a bit odd for someone to know, in a vase on my dining room table. After opening the package, I find that the interior is covered in protective plastic. Who could have gotten this for me? Nobody I know has this kind of money, ruling out any family or friends, and it was left at my doorstep, which means that someone I don't know knows where I live. Ooh, that's a red flag right there. I ignore the warning bells going off in my head, perhaps foolishly, but I can't help myself. It's been a weird kind of day. First, my stoic, silent customer finally talking to me, then these strange gifts. Putting my good sense aside, I open the box carefully, and inside is one of the most expensive chokers I've ever seen. It's understated, but that's real gold, and those are real diamonds. It looks like it'll fit perfectly if I put it on. Yeah, I bet it does. I bet it does look like it would fit perfectly if you put it on, but that's not what we're gonna do today. Standing there, looking at the choker and watching it glimmer in the yellow lighting, I try to decide what to do. I already know what we're gonna do. We're gonna get that thing out of here. Yeah, this is what we did last time. I doubt a delivery person would mess up this badly. I'm going to put it on right now. I don't want to seem ungrateful to whomever gave it to me. Yeah, that worked out pretty nice, so yeah, no. So saying I'm going to keep it, but I don't want to flaunt wealth I don't have, I think, and this is just a guess, that if I do this, we'll keep it, we'll put it away, but when we go to the club, she'll be like, oh, this seems like a perfect occasion to wear my fancy necklace, and then she'd wear it there. We're not going to do that. Tampering with the mail is a felony, and this is probably not meant for me. I'd better get it returned to the right person. Blip. I put the choker back into its box and wistfully push it aside. It's late. I have studying to do still, and an essay to write. It's best not to think too hard about the weirdness of today. I make some food for myself, and then settle in for a long night. Thoughts of Damien and the choker out of my mind. Good on ya. Good on ya. The necklace. Don't put it on. The next week goes well without any further gifts or weirdness. Still, I'm a little hesitant to see Damien again. as I assume I will, on Sunday morning. I show up for work bright and early. Shelley, one of my co-workers, is already clocked in, and she greets me warmly. Oh yeah, last time, Shelley was like, "Oh, that's such a nice necklace you got there." And I'm like, "Thank you, it won't come off." So if I'm not wearing the necklace, I wonder if she's going to have different dialogue. Well, I assume she will. "Hey, Espoir, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning, huh?" I nod. "As usual, you're always working really hard, aren't you?" I try to do my best, at least. "Hey, you want to know something really weird that happened last Sunday?" Shelley looked intrigued. "Yeah, come on, spill." I tell her about the gift I received. So I figured it was meant for someone else, but the office said that no one was missing any packages they were expecting, so I ended up keeping it. It's really nice, but I just can't imagine it was meant for me. "Why not? You're a pretty girl. Kind, dedicated, smart. What's not to like?" Shelley seems surprised by my self-deprecation, and I shrug uneasily. "I don't know, it was really nice." I lower my voice. "Like diamonds and gold nice. Like there'd be so much ice on my neck that I'd freeze. I'd have so much ice on my neck that if the freezer went down, they'd have to stick me in it to keep everything cold." Her eyes widen, and then she squeals excitedly. "Oh, I'm so jealous. That's so romantic." I frown. I don't even know who it's from, so I'm not sure how romantic that is. He'll reveal himself eventually, don't you worry. And then you can have a nice rich boyfriend who can lavish you with gifts and love. And then drug me in a club and put me in his limo. And then do who knows what to me. "Hey lady, those tables aren't going to serve themselves." Our manager, Rick, calls out from the kitchen, apparently seeing us chatting away and not working. We grin sheepishly and hurry to get back to work. "Notice anything missing, sir? You thought you could pull a fast one on me. You have to get up pretty early in the morning to fool." I fell for it for the very first time. It's with a wary sort of warmth that I approach him. It only feels right to be a bit friendlier after our introduction last week. My discomfort isn't a priority. It's maintaining good customer service. "Damien, good to see you're back. How's your week been?" He looks at me with an expression of skeptical surprise. "It's been..." His gaze isn't meeting mine. Instead, he's looking lower, at my neck. "Sir! Monsieur!" Uh-oh. Did the music stop? Oh snap, the music stopped. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh jeez, the music is all scary. Oh, no, the music is all scary, oh no! His eyes flash, one moment with anger, and then back to his normal blank expression. A disappointment. What could have made him look like that? I would glance down to see what made him angry, but it's not like I can see my own neck without a mirror. "You look nice today." I look up in utter surprise at the sudden change. What could have prompted that? I haven't done anything different from the norm. "Your outfit is lacking, however. Perhaps something around your neck would complete your look and bring out your true beauty." Perhaps something around your neck would complete your look and bring out your true beauty." "Oh. I see how it is. You won't get me, sir. You won't get me. You hear that, MC? Don't you let this guy fool you. Don't you let him tell you what to do." For a moment, I can only gape at him. Talk about a backhanded compliment, if there ever was one. Well, I deal with different customers all of the time, so I should be immune, but something about Damien's words digs under my skin, and so I'm left blindsided. I grasp for some kind of response and think of the choker. No. Don't say anything. Just nod politely. We are not giving you the benefit of the doubt, sir. Monsieur Sexy Pants with your sexy pants. I'll stop looking at his pants now. Don't say anything. Just nod politely. Yep, you sure are right, sir. It would be cool if I had something around my neck. Not like I have anything that I could put around my neck, you know. The silence is awkward. I stare at him while he stares back. And it almost feels like a battle of wills. Like he's trying to get me to reveal something. But I don't know what he could possibly want. For a moment, I entertained the idea that Damien was the one who sent the choker, then immediately discard it. He barely knows me. I don't know, he's been stalking you for a month, and you knew he was stalking you. Finally, he speaks. I'm sure you must have in your possession something to wear around your neck. I thought women were interested in jewelry. He's right. I'm happy to wear some cute earrings or bracelets. In fact, I'm wearing some silver studs in the shape of roses this very moment. I can't very well say I don't like accessories. Well, I guess I do. It comes out reluctantly. This is so awkward. I don't know what to do, but I can't bring myself to just walk away. Not only is that rude, but I'm on the job. Just tell me what you want, man. Just tell me what kind of omelet you want so I can get out of here. It's time to get his order and get out of here. So, would you like your usual? Yes. He's looking at me like I'm some kind of rare specimen. Something he doesn't understand but wants to and will do anything to possess. Ugh, well, there's your red flag right there. My mouth runs like it always does when I'm nervous. Then I'll get that right away to you, sir. I'll just be a moment. Bye! I quickly turn to leave and move on from Damien's soul-penetrating gaze, only breathing a sigh of relief when I'm well out of sight. Oh, that was spooky. That was so scary. Ooh, scary. Don't you put on that necklace, player. Don't you put that on, Espoir. Don't you put on that necklace. Out of curiosity, I want to see what happens if you do mention the choker. So, if I mention the choker, boop. Oh, well, I did receive this really nice gift the other day. Maybe I could wear that. The words come out senselessly, and I'm more talking to myself than him, but Damien speaks up anyways. You should wear it then. I can guarantee you'll look beautiful. Right. It's all I can do to keep my composure. Quick, change the subject. So, would you like your usual? Yes. Okay, back to the encounter. What happened with Damien hangs like some kind of rain cloud over the rest of the week. He was so forward about me wearing it, it makes me a little nervous. You'd think he was the one who sent the choker. You'd think he was the one who sent me the choker, the way he went on about it. I don't have any proof, though, and I've humiliated myself enough. At Shelley's insistence and Kaylee's reassurance, I decided to... I'm going to slap you, woman. I specifically told you not to put on the choker. Whatever, I guess that's how it's gonna turn out anyway. I decided to put the choker on in the end, if only to see how it looked. I was immediately alarmed when I couldn't take it back off.
This is what I like to call my told you so dance. I told you so, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so.
Kaylee was the one who kept me calm and told me not to worry about it. At least it can't be stolen, right? I don't want to make a big deal out of it. It's probably nothing, and it looks good, so I'm trying not to make a fuss out of it. Thoughts about Damien and the choker cycle through my mind, unbidden like they have been all week. I think about how he's been staring at me for months now. At first, when Shelley called him my stalker, I thought that she was overreacting and took it more as a joke, even though, after a while, I started thinking the same thing myself. But nothing ever came of it, and so I was never worried. Then he started talking to me, and then the flowers and the choker. The choker I can't take off. The thing is, any evidence I have about Damien being a real threat is circumstantial, and I'm hesitant to call him anything of the kind even now. It's never seemed like it, but he could be shy or something. He could just be that socially awkward, like I considered at first. It seems like he has a lot of money from the way he dresses, so even if the choker is from him, it could be a weird way of showing affection. He might not be able to express it very well. There's also the chance that he really is a stalker, the way Shelley had said. I wonder if I should be worried. Yes, you should. You should be very worried. But, and it may sound stupid, I still don't really feel threatened by him, regardless of what he is. Uncomfortable, yes. A little weirded out, absolutely. But afraid of him? Not at all. Still, part of me is dreading going to work on Sunday and seeing him. Something's changed between us. Something I can't see or define, but know it's there, anyways. My thoughts keep conflicting with each other, and I want to keep thinking about this until I can unravel the mess in my mind, despite not making any progress over the last week. I'm so confused. I don't really know what to think. But right now it's Saturday, and I'm going to meet my friend for a night on the town. It's been too long since I've really let loose. The choker is a comforting weight against my neck, and I've taken to fiddling with it when I'm bored or nervous. No matter who gave it to me, Damien or some stranger, and the circumstances surrounding it, I really appreciate the gift. I do wonder what the catch is. There's always a catch to good things, but since there's nothing I can do, it's just one more thing to conflict my thoughts, so I'm trying not to think about it. Either way, it's time to get going. I take one last look in my mirror to make sure I'm ready, seeing my makeup look flawless and my clothes immaculate. I leave my apartment and head for the bus stop. It's nice to see her. She's one of my best friends, and it feels like we've been through everything together. Childhood, her parents, divorce, high school, now college and adulthood. I couldn't ask for a better friend. I sure hope she doesn't become deceased, because of Damien. That would be a shame. We're at one of the most popular nightclubs in town. On a Saturday night like this one, it's packed with people, and it takes a while to reach the counter to get our drinks. Usually at clubs and parties, I'm sitting in the corner with a Game Boy or something. Getting into the mood, we drink, we dance, we flirt. Well, Kaylee does. Anyway, I'm not in the mood for a one-night stand, and we have a great time. It's wonderful to let loose. I'm not necessarily a wallflower, but I can't just flit from person to person, making small talk and new friends as easily as breathing, like Kaylee does. We step up to the bar, and while we're waiting for the bartender to come our way, a guy starts chatting Kaylee up almost immediately. Kaylee seems interested in him, distinctly more so than the others so far, so after we get our orders, I decide to go find somewhere to sit for a bit. My heels are starting to hurt, and I could use some time off my feet. I have this suspicion that guy is a plant by Damien to get Kaylee away from me so that Damien can do his thing.
But hey, that's just a theory.
Espoir? A somewhat familiar voice saying my name makes me look up, and then... Oh! Damien? I'm shocked. I would have never have expected to see someone like him in a place like this. He dresses too well, and he definitely doesn't give off the aura of a partier. I see you decided to wear your gift. How did you know it was a gift, sir? My embarrassment from our last interaction comes roaring back, and I blush. Yeah, it seemed too nice to just leave alone, you know? I'm glad. It looks good on you. I sip my water, not really knowing what to say. I don't know Damien, despite having seen him every Sunday for months. He'd never seem open to conversation before 2 Sundays ago, so now that I'm faced with him alone, and without a conversation starter, I'm lost. Do you like Devil May Cry? 'Cause you look like this one character. Do you come here often? Damien's gaze turns to me, and I feel like I'm a bug under a microscope. No, this was a bit of an experiment. I desperately want to know how going clubbing could in any way be an experiment. What's your hypothesis, then? He looks at me, eyes intense, before smirking. That's a secret. He seems so calm and unflappable while saying it, even as he shuts down my attempt to start a conversation, that I get a little flustered. Are you here with anyone, or did you come out by yourself? I relax at his question. I don't really want to just sit there in relative awkward silence with a somewhat familiar acquaintance. I had come here for a break. I'm with a friend. She's somewhere around here getting hit on by a cute guy. Damien's expression darkens for the slightest second before relaxing. It's dangerous to be alone in places like these. There are many who would take advantage of a single drunk young woman.
You mean like you, sir?
Well, that's kind of insulting, even if there was some truth to it. I'm not drunk, just a bit tipsy. Trust me, I can rely on Kaylee. Good old Kaylee. Kaylee won't let me down, isn't that right, Kaylee?
Kaylee?
To make my point clear, I turn in my seat to point out my friend. I don't know why I feel compelled to give him proof. Maybe it's because of a lot of what he said was true, and I don't really want to be left alone either. But I don't see her anywhere. Kaylee, how could you do this to me? How could you betray me? Unless she was, like, taken care of by one of his goons. Is something wrong? I don't think so. I just can't find my friend. Would you like some help tracking her down? Maybe, in a bit. If she doesn't show up soon, I don't want her wandering off by herself for too long. A reasonable desire. Did you come with anyone? No. Fortunately, I'm not considered an easy target by unscrupulous men. Well, you never know. I laugh a little at that. That's an understatement. No, I guess you're not. So, you just come to a nightclub to dance? Damien laughs, like I said something funny. Looking at him, I can see why. He's not dressed for dancing, but I can easily see him picking up any girl he'd like. The thought makes me a little uncomfortable, especially with the way he's been watching me at the diner. Scratch that, with the way he's looking at me now. Monsieur, so if you're not here to dance, why are you here? Truthfully, I wanted to socialize. My work means I spend most of my time giving orders and managing others. In an environment such as this, I can meet with equals. At his admission, I start to feel a little excited. I know nothing about this man other than he likes savory food and has money, if the quality of his clothes are any indication. I want to know more about him. What exactly do you do? There's a brief pause before Damien continues. I trust you won't go spreading this around. I enjoy my anonymity. Dang it, that word again. Anonymity. I enjoy my anonymity. I cannot say this word in a deep voice. Anonymity. Let's just pretend I said that word. I'm the CEO of Walmart. I can't help the involuntary gasp that comes immediately after his statement. Walmart is the #1 grocery chain in the world. It has cheap prices, a wide variety of stock, the freshest produce, and lots of name brands. You can get clothes, electronics, and furniture there too. Could you tell I was trying my best to sound like a commercial? Like its name implies, it has all of everything. Wow, that's big. That sure is something. I wonder what such an affluent upper-class man is doing, spending time at the Norman's Diner in the first place. No wonder he looks so out of place. With the quality of his clothes, he belongs at a gala or charity fundraiser, not a diner like mine or even at this nightclub. Like I said, I appreciate people not knowing my business. Telling the world who I am would result in paparazzi and special treatment. I do not particularly want that following me everywhere. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Please, don't let it bother you. I've enjoyed spending the little time I have with you. There's no mistaking his words. I realize all of a sudden. The months of showing up every Sunday, always in my section, the way he would watch me, the kiss on my knuckles when he met me, the compliments he paid me about being pretty. It's clear now what he wants. For some outrageous reason, Damien wants me. Oh no, he wants me? Thank you. I've enjoyed our interactions too. It feels like the right thing to say, even though I spend so much time flustered and unsure around him that I'm not sure it's entirely true. Still, the last thing I want to do is offend him. I'm glad. I would like to get to know you better. You're an intelligent girl. I'm sure you know by now that I'm interested in you.
Oh boy, he's right. He's made it fairly obvious, but
between meeting him at my job and him being the CEO of Walmart, this could get messy. If I offend him, he could ruin my life, easily. Sure, I've noticed that he's handsome. He seems nice enough. Although cold and stoic, he's only started to be more expressive recently. I wonder if that's him letting his guard down so I would somehow know I'm special. I have to ask myself, am I interested in him too? Or is this too much?
Okay, so let's do the absolute, probably most dangerous thing and say,
I don't know what to think, but what I do know is that I'm not into him the way he's into me. Damien looks at me expectantly, waiting for an answer that I don't have. I don't know what to say. He's a wealthy, influential man, and I'm a mere waitress and college student. If he takes my rejection poorly, it could mean the end of me. As I noted earlier, he could easily ruin my life, remorselessly if I offend him. Aw, let him down easy then. Finally, I figure out what to say. It's taken a moment, but he still waits patiently. That's encouraging. I'm not really looking for a relationship right now, Damien. I have a lot going on, and since I'm in my senior year of college, I need to focus on myself and my studies.
That's a good thing to say.
I'm sorry. It's all right as well. You have ambitions and don't want to fall short due to distractions. I understand.
Do ya? 'Cause I get the feeling that you don't.
But hey, it's time to stop!
I sigh, relieved, and relax back into my chair. I hadn't realized how stiff with tension I'd been. I wouldn't mind being friends, though. You seem like a good guy, and I can always use new friends. I put on a hopeful smile, but he doesn't seem to appreciate it. It seems that our goals are in direct conflict. At the moment, I'm not interested in friends, even though I'm sure you're a wonderful one. My face falls. That's too bad. Well, Damien stands up, a look of finality on his face. He's returned to his icy-cold stoic expression that he's worn from the majority of the time I've known him, particularly when I didn't know his name.
Oh, is he gonna leave? Is he gonna leave me alone? He's not gonna leave me alone, is he? Is he? No, this is still gonna end up with me getting kidnapped, isn't it? Where's Kaylee? Kaylee!
It makes me wonder if there's some kind of mask. It makes me wonder if it's some kind of mask. A defense mechanism, maybe, to protect himself from being read by other people. It suddenly occurs to me that I might never see him again after this. Even though I'm not attracted to him romantically, I realize that, unbeknownst to me until now, I had appreciated his presence at the diner. It was a routine that had grown familiar to me, and now I highly doubt that he'll be back. As the CEO of Walmart, Norman's isn't special enough to warrant a visit when he, I assume, no longer has a reason to be there, because I've rejected him. I guess I'll see you around? I can't help the hopefulness in my tone and expression. Perhaps.
What do you mean by that? Is he just gonna leave? Is he just gonna go? That'd be great.
Without another word, he saunters away, and I wonder if he'll be taking home a one-night stand tonight since his pass at me failed. It feels kind of presumptuous to think, but I can't help it. Disappointed, I lean back in my chair. I hadn't planned on going home soon, but my night has been ruined. So much for relaxation and letting loose. Instead, I feel kind of like I've been broken up with, but on a much more minor scale. After a moment, I sit up straight and start looking for Kaylee. When she's not immediately visible, I pull up my phone and text her. I don't really feel like pushing my way through the crowds. There's no telling where she's gotten to. Maybe she's caught up with the guy I last saw her flirting with. My water cup is empty and it's hot and humid. I want another drink. While waiting for Kylie to text back, I go to the water cooler to refill my cup after standing in a short line. By the time I've gotten a couple of cups of water and have texted her 3 times, Kaylee still hasn't responded, and I'm starting to get worried. Oh no. I have no choice. I start making my way through the crowds to see if I can spot her. I don't have any luck, but finally my phone vibrates with a text. It must be from Kaylee. Instead, it's an unknown private number. Expecting a spam text, I open it up to scoff at how dumb they must think people are. Instead, it reads, "Come back behind bar alone, or she dies." Well, that escalated quickly. Attached is a photo of Kaylee. I gag at the sight. Her face is bruised and bloody, unrecognizable if not for the special necklace she always wears. Her shirt's been torn open and her breasts bared, bra laying in 2 pieces to her side. Oh no! There's more bruises on her chest, and peripherally it shows lacy red panties near the edge of the screen and her skirt pushed up to her hips. Oh no, my friend! Somebody's gonna catch these hands! Somebody has fluffed around and now they're gonna find out. I don't bother texting back. This isn't funny, and some instinct is telling me this is no joke, no Photoshop job. Oh geez. Kaylee's been attacked, and now I'm being told to come to a specific location by myself. I'm panicking, adrenaline spiking so hard that my hands start to shake. That is an appropriate reaction. Yeah, I believe that is an appropriate reaction. Would they know if you told the police? I mean, you could call the police now and kind of make your way there, and then they show up after you go in there, but I don't know. I have to go save her. There's no other option. I'm pretty sure there's another option. But then again, that guy is the thing of Allmart, and he's probably got the police in his hands too. Furious, scared, and desperate, I force the crowd to part from me until I reach the back exit of the club. I shove the door open and dash outside. Kaylee! I see her lying there, barely conscious, and hear her sob weakly. Oh no, my friend! Espoir. Then I feel a strong arm wrap around my waist and pull me back into a hard body. A sweet-smelling rag is roughly pressed against my mouth and nose. Aw, man! I gasp briefly, but then try to hold my breath, struggling ferociously against my attacker. Why isn't the music all scary here? The scary music should have started now instead of dude seeing me without the necklace. Why isn't the song scaring my pants off now? But he's too strong. My arms are swiftly pinned against my body, and the hand on my face presses harder. Dispose of the body. Oh no! I recognize that voice. What the holy heck? That's Damien's voice. What on earth is going on? Stop struggling, Espoir. I gave you a chance to choose and you chose wrong. Now you have to face the consequences. Be quiet. His voice is forceful and dangerous. I've never heard such a frightful tone in my life. It's at this moment that I can't help but gasp for breath, my struggles draining the oxygen I'd managed to breathe in before the chloroformed rag was put up against my face. At least this main character knows what it is. The world starts to darken at the edges as my vision blurs, and with a few more desperate gasps of air, I start to lose consciousness. Oh no! I feel Damien lift my limp form into his arms, cradling me carefully against his chest. I can only hang there helplessly as the world spins and darkens. Before my world goes completely black, however, I hear, "Finally, you're mine. I'll never let you go, Espoir." You big jerk. Well, at least I didn't get drunk off my rocka this time. Too bad it didn't end well for you. Yeah, so he's a bit more forceful if you try to resist him. I would love to see more of this game. Well, this was Yandere Love, Chains of Fate, the Damien route demo. I think the developer is still working on this game, which you can check out in their Patreon. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Have a great night, take care of yourself, and remember, there is always hope.